Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Subnautica, where in our last episode we entered the lava zone, we explored the thermal plant, and we came here to the primary containment facility. And at the end of the episode we dived into this blue water, which, yeah, fun thing in there, something we haven't seen before. So, let's dive in and we will pick up where we left off on that. So, that was something that came and said hello to us. And this is the Sea Emperor. Now, it does look a bit like the Sea Dragon with the tendrils at the end.
Facilities, scans indicate this location supports a diverse and healthy ecosystem. Explanation unclear at this time. Detecting unusually passive behavioral patterns in nearby predators. Reason unknown.
But she is very different to the other Leviathans we've come across. For a start, she talks to us instead of trying to eat us. And so she's asked whether we're going to play. Now we've got some random stuff down here. By random, you might recognise a little brain coral here.
Environment scans indicate the water here is rich with a rare plankton-like life form which depends on the organic detritus produced by the ecosystem around it.
Okay, so there's plankton here. She's coming to watch us. Have a look at this incubator. And her eggs. So, there we go. There's the eggs. Let you guys, pause and have a look at that as you want. And we've got the hatching enzymes. Okay, so. An ion cube. No, we drilled a load of those, didn't we? We did. Thought we had some spare in our bag.
My young need to hatch, to play outside this place. We have been here so long. The others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
Now what she's referring to there is, you might have noticed there's, you can see that peeper there, it's got that trail behind it. Basically, these Sea Emperor Leviathans produce an enzyme that basically... Now this is the one thing I was never quite clear on, whether it cures or suppresses the Kara virus that we've got that's messing up our hands and our skin and everything. And so the people that built all these facilities were trying to develop that cure, and they were trying to forcibly extract that enzyme and how it works from her and her young, which is why they've got all these eggs set up. And she's effectively saying she'll give that to us as long as we help her get her young out from where we are, 1,600 metres down. Now that's going to be an awfully long swim back. Now I'm just quickly hovering over this brain coral to get a bit more oxygen. Right, an awfully long swim back, apart from she's sat over here by one of the arches. Now if you're stood there watching that, you have to see that massive mouth come towards you. You're going to freak out the first time, aren't you? Hey Betsy. Another ion cube. Stalker, you going through?
With the passage you have opened, my young can leave this place. But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give this secret willingly.
Okay, so we've now got hatching enzymes, which means we can basically release those eggs now. Under blueprint we have hatching enzymes, and you can see we've got these plant samples that we need to go and collect. Now The first time you do this, that will take you forever, and I'm not going to lie, I had to Google where one of them was, which most people get hung up on, because they go wandering and looking around and they assume that it's out somewhere, which is completely reasonable. Apart from the sea crown is actually down here. And unless you come looking for it down here, it's the only place in the game where it exists. There we go. That's the sea crown. Right, and the others we need to go back up for. So we need to get out of her tank, and we need to go and look for them. Now, we can basically go and... I'm going to say look for them the hard way, because you can remember where they all were, and you can go back and wander around and pick them all up. However, if I head back up here to where Penny is... You know, how big were their legs? Look at these stairs, how big were their legs? So we have to take the side ramp. Okay. So yeah, if we head back to Penny, because we're going to need some more of those ion cubes, so we need to do a little bit of drilling. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Love the way we gave Penny, or we called her Penny, and she's got a very masculine voice. Right, ion cubes. Give me all of your ion cubes. For we need them. Is this going to only do 3 again, or is this going to do 3? It's only doing 3 again. Interesting. I always thought it did more than that. Right, and I'm going to get off there because I think the prawn suit can sometimes get stuck on that platform if you get out of it while it's on there. Right, okay. Yeah, we're going to need more than 3. Okay, so we're going to head up this way while that's generating some more, because there is a research mobobby here. It's talking about the enzyme data. Ah, a little... Get off me, you little spider thing. Go away. Go away. Yeah, where is it? Advanced theories, data downloads, alien data. There you go. Enzyme 42 project data. So effectively that's talking about the enzyme they're trying to get out of her. And this is basically a huge research facility. And there's bits here, so there's, you know, unfortunately one of her past babies artificially removed from its egg casing. So they didn't do it gently like we're going to try and do with those last 5 that are under the water. They cut it out. You can see the remains of it there. They were not gentle, suggesting they were quite desperate about this, you know, Kara virus thing. And I have to admit, when you read a bit deeper into it, it is, yeah, it was quite damning to their civilization. So, oh, I thought there was a ramp down that side. Okay, or not. So, we will explore this little area up here. And this is why we're going to need all of those ion cubes. Because, hey, look, there's an archway. So let's power that. And we'll see where that takes us. Oh, first time I've been through one. Okay. So, maybe I didn't explain what these were. These are basically warp gates. They'll teleport you from place to place. But you've got to find the correct one to activate it and basically turn it on. So, here we are. We've come out the other side. And the reason it doesn't take that long to actually go and collect all of these plant samples is because these teleport warp gates, and I'm sure it's designed this way, take you to the areas where those plants exist. So we can nip in, get the bits we need, nip back, put it all together. Okay, so where is this one? This one, well, it's dark out wherever we are. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's what we want. An eye stalk. And then we need to make sure we don't lose that, because that would be the problem if we lost that and then really had to try and walk the long way back. all the way down there, reconstructing another Cyclops, another prawn suit, because the sea moth can't go that far. We can't swim that far, so you really want to make sure you don't lose where that little portal entrance point is. So we will continue to... Well, we've done that, so we'll run back. So, for example, if I go back and I look at the template now for the enzyme hatchling, see we've got 2 of the 5. You can probably see the pattern now, can't you? So we'll run back. That's the thing, I've been thinking about how much I've actually got left to do on Subnautica, and I mean, apparently I took a bit of fall damage there. You'll know this before I do, but I'm genuinely going, might this be the last episode? Might it be that, you know, when I'm half an hour in, I'm actually close enough to just go, I'll just push on for the last little bit because it's not a whole episode's worth that's left. So, like I say, you'll know before I do.
Appears to be a biological archive storing more than 40 indigenous egg specimens in different states of development.
So yeah, this is just a room full of the creature eggs that you can see. They're all on display. The one that you really, really want is that one, but you can't get it because it's a sea dragon egg.
Integrating new PDA data.
Let you guys read that. Again, pause it if you want it. So yeah, I don't think there's actually anything else to scan in here. It's just a showcase of all of the different eggs from the game. Which we could have hatched some, but I wound up not needing to in the end. Oh no, yeah, we got the alien containment, but we didn't hatch any of the eggs. Which is a shame, because there's one that I definitely should have hatched. So I might do that as a little bonus thing towards the end. But here we go, we've got another walkway up here with, ta-da, a stalker swimming in the air. Ah! Dude, you're lost. You are very lost and quite magical. Right, where's this one going to take us? 600 metres down, so you can see my depth is changing immediately at the top. I mean, this is just a fancy load screen. Okay. Right. Ah, so this one I think is going to be the Lost River, because that's the only place you find these like amoeboid jelly things. Which means, from memory, yeah, look, you can see all the green goop that was injuring us when we were swimming around. But it means we're going to need to watch out for some juvenile ghost leviathans, because I'm sure they hang around in this area. So here we go, we pop out here. And in this one, we are looking for, I think it's called Ghost Wart. Okay, so we're behind that waterfall. We need to make sure we remember we're behind the waterfall. Yeah, see, look, Ghost Leviathan, and we have no defence. So we need to be careful. There we go, there's some Ghost Wart. You stay over there, buddy. You stay well over there, thank you. Okay, Ghost Weed, there we go, cut that off. You stay over there. No, I got no trouble with you. None at all. You stay well out of that way. Although, we don't have a scan of a Ghost Leviathan. It is the one we don't have a scan of. Do I... Yeah, I think we do that. We're coming to the end. And I've never actually scanned all the Leviathans before, so let's go give it a go. Right, where's he gone? Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You're like the last one I need a scan of. Be chill. Be chill. Be chill. Be chill. That's not chill. Come on. Let me finish. Yeah, this is the juvenile, so this is the baby one. Right, okay, we're done. Run, 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 run. Okay, so that's where the ghost was, which means the waterfall's back this way. He did take a chunk out of me, so I'm glad I'm wearing that reinforced suit. Otherwise that would have hurt an awful lot more. Yeah, I know, I'm leaving you alone. Arguably, it means we might need to get... Well, if I want to kind of do that, get a scan of the grown-up one. But, it means arguably I've now got a scan of 3 of the 4 Leviathans in the game. Because I've got the Reaper, I've got the Ghost, which you guys have just seen, I did get the Sea Dragon. I showed you the entry last episode, and unfortunately that was the one where I got that scan was the lost episode. And then in theory we've only got the Sea Emperor left, which I cannot remember when or if we can scan her, because it doesn't let us scan her at the moment. But we'll see what we can do. So yeah, we're making progress. We're making some excellent progress here. Is that magic flying stalker still around? Yes. So bizarre. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Subnautica, but it sometimes does have some Skyrim level issues with bugs that happen. Okay, so that's that side done. Then we can jump back into Penny and get those additional ion cubes, because we need some more. Come on, drill, 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 drill. I mean, it could be worse. Your dentist could be using something like this on your teeth. That would terrify you, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's going to be odd when this comes to an end, because it's my first series, and so far it's like this feels like what my YouTube channel is about. It's about doing the Subnautica, but that's not the plan. I don't want that to be the be-all and end-all. You can also incidentally scan all of these bits and pieces, but they're all kind of just lore and random things they found. The gist of it is, the people that made this, that's their small museum of alien places and planets they came across. But yeah, so I'm going to find it odd when this comes to an end and I move on to a new series, because yeah, this is where it started. Subnautica was the beginning, and it's going to feel weird to leave it behind for a bit, I think, because we are going to do Below Zero. There's no two ways around that. We will do it, but I'm not going to do it immediately following this. I'm going to move on to something else first. Okay, here we go. 200 meters down, we've got another cave. But yeah, I'm hoping that those of you that have sort of joined it and are watching it for the Subnautica content, I'm hoping genuinely that you... Lithium's always good, and we don't have enough of it. I'm genuinely hoping that you guys... that, like I say, you came for the Subnautica content. I'm hoping you'll stick around when I move past the Subnautica content onto other bits and pieces. But, you know, I'm not going to insist upon that, because I know there are some YouTubers that I watch that I really like some of their content, and then they move on to a different game, and I'm like, do you know what, that game's not doing it for me, it's not interesting me, and then I just have to try and come back later when they've moved on from it. So I'm hoping you enjoy. I'm hoping that it continues to grow a little bit, but equally I'm not going to insist upon that you do it. It's not like I'm going to... Well, to be fair, I can't. You're all free will people. I can't shake a giant finger at you and say, thou must watch my videos. All the full damage, very odd. Or is it because it's launched me into that little platform? But yeah, I've been pleased with how things are going at the moment. It's, yeah, growing steadily. Right, okay. We have another room here with extra bits and pieces in. So, those events that we've been looking at.
Integrate
You have a read
new
on that.
PDA data.
But the gist of it is, we've got an inflow pipe, and I think to the right of me is an outflow pipe as well. Yeah. So effectively, the Sea Emperor, the big Leviathan in the tank downstairs, yeah, like I said, she produces that enzyme that sort of somehow suppresses or does something to Kara, or the Kara bacteria that's basically running around the planet and putting the green pustules on everything. And what is going on here with all these pipes is, I don't know if you can see us entering in there, there's every now and again a peeper going around it. And effectively the peepers are going in and out of the vents on the surface, being brought down here. The Sea Emperor is basically, I don't know whether she's psychically controlling them or what, but she's getting them to take the enzyme from her back to the surface. So that's what's going on there, and then sort of those peepers will get eaten by all of the other fauna, which then gets the enzymes across them. So she's basically not cured Kara, but she's getting enough of like whatever enzyme she produces that stops her being infected with it. She's getting enough of that back out through the peepers into the ecosystem to stop it collapsing, which is nice and good of her. But, I mean, you could argue it's self-serving because, you know, no ecosystem at some point, she's going to pass away and she needs somewhere for her kids to live. Okay, another ion cube. And in we go, and this should be our last plant sample. And I'm now looking at the time left. I don't think we are going to... I think the next one's going to wind up being the last episode. I don't think we're going to get through it all here. Right. So we need to find our way out here. This green glowing architecture. And then where does this one bring us out? Where does this one bring us out? Oh yeah, the bulb. Okay, because one of the bits that we need is the bulb sample. And the one that throws people possibly as well was the fungal sample. I didn't realise for the longest time that came from the mushroom trees that you probably saw me snip a minute ago, because you don't use them for anything else. You can't grow them. I mean, to be fair, you can't use any of these plant bits for anything else other than taking samples and growing them. What is it with the fish swimming in the air? There's a bone shark there. Why are they swimming in the air? It's almost like the game is going, do you know what, you've had it's behaved itself reasonably well over the majority of the series. I've not had any Reapers swimming inside various facilities that I've seen other people have, and it's like now at the very end it's going, you know what, I'm just gonna throw everything at you and give you fish that swim in the air. Right, okay, so we've now got all of our plant samples, and again this is why we had the fabricator on the oh, I'm completely blanking on the Cyclops outside. But we're going to need some more ion cubes. So we will drill some more. I mean, this is a bit... So it is now an infinite ion cube producer, this. It will just continue to make them, which is cool and helpful. You need mods for that to do it below 0. I got you. There we go. Okay, and then we exit that. We plug the storage, grab those ion cubes, let's empty everything. Okay, and then we need to head back out so we can make the enzymes. Probably also do with, you know, some delicious, delicious melon. Okay, back out into the lava. I don't remember leaving that this far out.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay.
All systems online.
Up we go. Let's make the enzyme, because that takes up a significantly less amount of room than all the other bits and pieces. Those are our enzyme samples, and then we can go 2, 3, om nom nom, 1, 2, 3, om nom nom, and then we can cut 2 of them up to replenish that. Okay. Yeah, I thought we were a bit closer. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Have I got any more first aid kits? Because I could probably do with one. No, I don't think I'm going to at that rate then. No first aid kits. Okay, well let's dump some of the bits we've been collecting. We're going to need those ion cubes when we get back up to the surface, because yes, we are going to need to go back, and that's why I'm pretty sure we're not going to finish everything today. Because you may remember from a long time ago, when we went to the Aurora, I do love how they wobble that sea glide when you're walking. You remember we went to the Aurora, we went to the captain's quarters, and we got the rocket blueprints. So what we need to do to actually get off this planet and go home is build the rocket. And that's going to take us more time than we've got left. It's surprising how quickly the time disappears on this. So what we need to do is go whoop, dive down here. There she is, doing her laps again. Where are the... There we go, those are where the eggs are. I'm going to come all the way down here. And we want to insert The enzyme. Shall we wait for her? We'll wait for her to come down so she can come watch as well. Come on. Are you ready for this? You say when. Yeah? Okay. I'll take that nod as a go time. Right, so we're going to pop that in there. We are going to come wait by this brain coral so we don't drown while we're down here. Little sea baby Leviathan baby things. So we can scan these, we can scan the juvenile ones, I'm sure we can do that. There you go. There we go. You can see, going up, having cuddles with their mum. Start. I'm just going to run back to that brain coral. And they now start making a move.
My young are swimming for the shallows. I thank you. Their freedom is my end. What will it be like, I wonder, to go to sleep and never wake up? Perhaps next we meet, I will be an ocean current, carrying seas to a new land. Or a creature so small, it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell, friend.
So yeah, she's effectively confirming that I'm of age. She's passing away. Can we scan you? I sworn there was a part of your, like, hitbox that had a scan. Maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering it. But that's it. She's effectively saying, yeah, that her young are out, and that's the end of it. Now, I'm going to take my gloves off, because that's going to matter for what's coming up in a moment. Now, we're going to follow them out. So, if we head through this gate here, this is going to then take us to where her young have gone. Hands. Here are her young, and here we've got concentrated enzyme 42. And we immediately stick our hand in it because, you know, we don't know what it is. But our hands are normal again. This is the enzyme that these things can produce, and it's cured us, so I can put the gloves back on now. And yeah, effectively these 5 guys are now going to swim around, dropping this enzyme, curing everyone. That's the plan. Now, you might not immediately recognise where we are, but there's one other thing I'm going to do while I'm over here, because this is the moon pool in the weapons platform. And we're cured now, so we can head this way to the control centre. Ah, it's been a while since we were here. Do you remember? Just after the sunbeam went pop. So here we are. We want to climb the stairs. Probably missed an angle there, but we should have gone the other way, but oh well. Right, climb the stairs. Come up to the control room again. Everything's still as we left it, because we couldn't turn it off before, because infected individuals aren't allowed to turn off the gun. But hey, we don't have green spots anymore. Yeah. Just clunk, 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 and the lights go out. So we've managed to turn the gun off, which means we can get off the planet because the quarantine enforcement platform has been turned off. Now, that kind of moaning in the background, I will be honest with you, I've no idea whether that's like meant to be the facility doing it as a sound effect or it's a piece of the soundtrack just because they're playing the dramatic music. Genuinely, no idea. But we want to head back now because we need to collect the Cyclops and the Seamoth, not the Seamoth, the Cyclops and the prawn suit, and then head back to the surface. So I'm not going to make you guys come with me on that journey because that is genuinely just navigating back out through the caves in the Lost River. So we're going to call this episode here. So thank you all very much for joining me. Likes, comments, subscriptions, they all help the channel grow. They've been really helping it sort of, like I say, expand. Oh yeah, this is true. Hang on. One final thing. So these warpers, we're cured now. They have no beef with us. Wow, I did not realise they just full on teleport away from us though. But yeah, they genuinely couldn't care less about us now because we're not infected. Never tested that before. That'd have been really embarrassing if it backfired. But yeah, likes, comments, subscriptions, they all help the channel grow. I appreciate those of you who've been doing that. If you aren't sure what to comment, I mean, I should have thought of some kind of phrase that I could have given you. Oh, she's going. Oh dear. You're going to let me scan you now that you're going down. She's still breathing, but she's not in the same shape that she was. So yeah, if you want to leave a comment but you're not sure what, you know what, let's say Sea Emperor for this one. Just because, you know, we have to feed the algorithm somehow. But thank you very much for those that are coming along, and I will see you guys next time where we will pick up back at the base to prepare the building of the rocket. Thank you very much. Bye.